So, I just got done playing the DLC Switch 2 Edition Mario Party Jamboree plus Jamboree TV. This name is too long. I just played it for about 2 hours on my own, both with and without the Switch 2 camera. So I'm hoping I'll be able to cover everything about this game and clear up any confusion. There seems to be a lot of confusion regarding this release, and I don't blame anybody. First of all, did anyone know that this was out? I gotta tell you, I woke up this morning, had a whole different video I planned to make, then I scrolled on Twitter and saw a post that said, hey, does anyone even know that Jamboree TV came out today? And I was like, no, I did not. Did they advertise this at all since it was first announced? Am I just blind? This is so strange. I guess everyone's living in DK Bonanza fever that they completely forgot about this one. I mean, who could blame them? But I picked it up. They offer this new content as either a combined retail package with the original Jamboree for, you guessed it, $80, or you can simply purchase the DLC by itself for $20 if you already own the game, which I did. This is the third Switch 2 edition that has come out, the first two being Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom that both came out on launch day. So it kind of had a responsibility to make it clear to people what future Switch 2 editions are gonna include. What are they about? Are they worth the rather large asking price? And if this one is anything to go by, it's unclear and confusing. Before getting into any of the nitty-gritty, let me establish this next. Mario Party Jamboree is great. It's a fantastic party game to play with friends, quite possibly the best Mario Party out of the 3 available for Switch. If you have never played it, it's definitely worth the pickup. But that's not what this video is about. The question that I have today is if the Jamboree TV expansion pack, because that's basically what it is, an expansion pack, is worth adding on to your Jamboree experience. What's in it? What does it include? Switch 2 editions have promised across the board graphical updates at the bare minimum, making them in line with the new Switch 2 titles. I haven't played either of the Zelda Switch 2 editions yet, but I'm under the impression that they do come through on that promise. I mean, I haven't seen anyone claim the opposite. Jamboree is kind of half lying to you. See, the base game, Jamboree, has not been graphically updated. It's the same Jamboree you knew from before. They've basically separated Jamboree and the new Jamboree TV expansion as 2 separate game modes on the title screen to choose from. So you select Jamboree TV, you get the new content. You select Jamboree, you get the old content with the old graphics. Does that mean that you can't play the classic game boards on classic party mode with updated graphics? No, you can. The classic party mode is available to play within Jamboree TV. You can play each and every one of them with the new updates and with the new graphics. What you cannot do is play any of the side modes included in the original Jamboree with the new graphics. That means Koopa-athlon, Bowser Kaboom Squad, Koopa Flight School, all those modes still use original Switch 1 graphics, which are fine looking, don't get me wrong. They look the same as before, which was good. They don't look bad, but they are unchanged, which may affect your purchasing decision. For me, personally, I don't think anyone's weeping for Koopa Flight School, but the other modes are a loss. It's a shame that they weren't included in this update for whatever reason, but I will once again confirm for you, you can play the classic party mode with new graphics just fine. And unrelated to all of that, I just need to highlight what happened to me while I was capturing the footage. I rolled a 1, I rolled a 1. I used a double dice, rolled a 1 and a 10, landed 1 space before the star. Koopas stole my coins. Villainous. Evil. But I did first try guess gatekeepers right after, so I guess everything is forgiven. Okay, Jamboree TV. Let's actually look at the new content provided here. Do you need to purchase the Switch 2 camera or any other camera in order to play this content? No. It lets you play everything available just fine without it, with the single exception of Bowser Live. You will only be able to play the microphone games, not the camera games. But that is the only exclusion. This is relevant because the purchase of the DLC and the Switch 2 camera will basically have you paying nearly $80 anyway, so keep that in mind. There are 4 game modes available in Jamboree TV. One of them is the classic party mode that we already talked about, and one of them is just a free play minigame selection mode. So that leaves us with 2 actual new game modes to talk about. Carnival Coaster is the first one. I like it. This is fun. This entire mode uses the Joy-Con mouse with a bunch of mouse minigames, which is cool. As you ride on the coaster, you use your mouse to just click and shoot enemies like it's an arcade rail shooter, and you play a minigame every time you enter a pipe. There's like 15 mouse minigames total, which is pretty small. You're going to see repeats. That's kind of been a recurring issue with recent Mario Party side modes, sadly. However, they are fun. All of them are a pretty good time, except for pullback attack. This is awful. Who approved this? I really mean it when I say it feels like an arcade game, like one of those games you sit in a big car and shoot stuff with a plastic gun, you know, one of those type of things. And like when you have the camera going, it like plays like footage behind you as if you were really there. Like that's just a fun touch. There are 5 total coaster courses to ride on. Each are pretty different feeling, so that's good. I would recommend playing the one where the giant Bowser ghost thing chases you, as it has the most amount of pipes, so most amount of minigame opportunities, therefore most likely to avoid repeats. The other mode that is available is Bowser Live. This is ridiculous. You kinda have to lean into it and have some fun in order to get any enjoyment out of this. Bowser is your host, and boy, is he a showman. He is eating that stage up, and it's kind of impossible not to get sucked into the hype. He splits everyone into 2 teams, and you compete in microphone and camera-focused minigames. You know, clapping, hitting blocks with your arms, screaming. It kind of feels like shovelware that you would see on the Nintendo Wii, and it definitely doesn't always function 100% perfectly. It's dumb, it's silly, it's a gimmick, but with friends, I imagine there are plenty of groups out there who will be able to have their fun with it. It does also suffer from repeats. I think there's like 5 of each camera style minigame and microphone style minigame. That's like nothing. I wouldn't recommend playing like 10 rounds of this in a row, but in small doses, it's pretty fun. I can't deny it. Lastly, there's a few other things to talk about before we wrap up. There are 2 new rule sets introduced for the classic party mode: Tag Team and Frenzy. I tried out Frenzy mode. It had 5 turns, 2 star spaces, and a ton of extra Bowser spaces. That is chaotic. Eagle-eyed viewers will note, though, that the Pro rule set is not here. If you want to play that, you'll have to go back to the original Jamboree on the title screen and lose the new graphics for it, which sucks. I assume the new mouse and microphone minigames are in the minigame pool for party mode. I didn't see any pop up during my footage capture, but I assume they're in there. And yeah, I think that's about everything. So I had fun playing this new content, and I bet under the right conditions, you will too. But It is a shame that there are so many asterisks. It's a shame that not every part of Jamboree gets to indulge in the new graphics. It's a shame that the full package is so expensive, especially if you also want the camera. It's a shame that there's so much confusion surrounding this release due to seemingly a lack of clear marketing. If this was simply a DLC package, I don't think anyone would bat an eye, but because it's calling itself a Switch 2 edition, the expectations are higher, and I'm not sure it meets it. It does meet the goal of playing classic party mode, updated with some new, silly side content. Whether or not that's worth the $20 upgrade will depend on your situation, your preferences, and the preferences of your gaming group. You just want more Jamboree? Here's some more Jamboree. You want new game boards? None of those here, sadly. You want new game modes and mini games that take advantage of the Switch 2's new features? That is here in spades. However, I think there is a genuine discussion between whether it's better to spend $20 on this or $10 on Switch 2 Welcome Tour. So take of that what you will. Hopefully this cleared up any questions surrounding the release, and I do hope that you have fun with it. That's all for now. I will see you all later for my next video.